Dr. Max Gowland, of course, who rejoins us back here at QVC. A bit of a regular face here now at QVC. And, of course, a doctor because you have a PhD in biochemistry, so not a general practitioner, but, of course, a passion for research and development, nutritionist. So we're in really good hands with Dr. Max. And this is Prime 50. This is the only supplement brand focused on the over 50, so a very specific type of product we're looking at here, and it's 401773. And we've sold over 2,500 of these, so it's been really popular. We've seen different variations with the fighting fatigue, but this one is about healthy joints, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Keeping active, staying mobile as we get a little bit older is so important. That's what I tell all my customers. You just need to keep moving. One of the things that can prevent us moving is bad joints, sore joints. And it's a vicious spiral you can get into if you've got bad joints. You tend to sit around on the couch, you then get lazy, you then tend to lose a lot of muscle mass, which makes you a bit weaker, which means there's more pressure on the joints, which means you want to sit around more, and so it's a vicious spiral. So this is the only brand, in fact, we're the only company in Europe, I believe, certainly the UK, who is actually making a range of supplements for the over 50s, because we are different to when we were 25 years old.
Of course. Now, let me just be clear what you get. So you're going to get 4 boxes. Each box contains 30 tablets. So between the 4 of them, you've got a 2-month supply. If you take 2 a day, you could stretch it up to a 4-month supply if you took 1 a day. We'd recommend you take 2, but if you want to do something and you want to sort of eke out a bit more, then you could actually, you know, stretch it out a bit longer. Now, actually, if you went to Prime 50, you'd pay a lot more, £58, compared to our price of $33.43. And, of course, also with this one, you've got a 60-day money-back guarantee. Now, that's interesting. So when we start taking this, Max, will we start to feel different within that 60 days, or will we notice a difference?
That's a very good point. Everyone asks me that question.
Yeah.
There's no simple black and white answer. I get a lot of people writing back saying, hey, I've taken these for 3 or 4 weeks and I feel much better. And I get other people who say, oh, nothing's kicked in for a couple of months, and then I get a letter saying, it's worked. There's no joint care product in the world that's going to suddenly turn you around in 2 weeks. It just doesn't exist. But this product is very, very different. First of all, this doesn't just have good old glucosamine. I mean, everyone's got glucosamine as a joint care ingredient. It's a frontline ingredient. This has got 11 joint care ingredients in it. Glucosamine, chondroitin, hyaluronic acid, we know that from skin care. We have materials in there to combat what's called oxidative stress. That's what the scientists call it. It's basically a constant daily attack on all our cells, and we have ingredients in there like vitamin E, zinc, and vitamin C, which actually can help combat that attack on our cells, which is what the scientists call oxidative stress. This is the problem with our joints, in that you get the cartilage or collagen layer between our bones. It tends to erode with time, and if you can use ingredients which can help prevent that erosion, then that's great, and that's exactly what we're trying to do with this product.
I'm going to just take this actually now, because I'm not really great with tablets. What I find with Prime 50, because I've taken the fighting fatigue as well, they are easily taken, aren't they? They go down very easily.
Yes, they're not particularly big. They're coated with a beautiful blue colour called spirulina. I think a lot of people have heard of spirulina. Yeah. It's a natural compound. It's a boat-shaped tablet, so it's very, very easy to take. It's quite slippery, as you probably noticed as well.
So would we, if we are going to take 2 a day and follow the recommended dose, would we do them at different times of the day? Would we do them together? Would we do them with food? What's the best?
Yeah, the best is to take morning and afternoon to try and get a constant level through the day. Yes. I tend to take my 2 in the morning because I'm doing a lot of other things, and I don't want to forget to take them. And I have to say my joints have been great for a long time.
Well, I should say also that Max did Tough Mudder with his sons on his 60th birthday 3 years ago.
Yes, I did. Yeah, that was a heck of a day. It was great fun, no joint problems.
So the joints stood up to all of that,
They did stand up to it, just about, I think. Yes, that was good fun, absolutely. But staying active is so important.
Yes,
you know, this is.
And is that regardless whether you're a very energetic person or whether you're a more sedentary person? Is it still important to think about your joints?
Yes, absolutely. I get a lot of customers who actually ring me up as well, and I try and give them advice about keeping their joints moving, taking this product, obviously, because the joints do need nutrition. A lot of people think, well, joints just get stiff on their own. They get stiff because we're not feeding them with the right ingredients. And what we've identified with this product is just the right ingredients at just the right level. One other thing I want to say about this Prime 50 product, and all the Prime 50 products, is that we've got what's called a healthy aging blend. So even though we've got 11 joint care ingredients in this product, we also have other ingredients which I know that the over 50s, 60s, 70s need, because I know from government studies, not the daily nonsense, but government studies, that we are deficient in vitamin D. We're deficient in copper. We're deficient in vitamin C. There are many, many nutrients that we're deficient in, and they can give rise to chronic ailments later in life.
I see. So actually, things that we may be deficient of, which when we're younger, our body can compensate and make up for it. But actually, once we get to 50 and beyond, we then need to start sort of specifically supplementing that part of our life.
And it's more than that, Craig, because as we get older, unfortunately, our aging gut does not absorb vitamins and minerals nearly as well as when we were 30.
Right.
And in addition to that, if we walk out into the ultraviolet sunlight, we make vitamin D in the skin, as you know. My rate at which I make vitamin D is so much slower than when I was 25. Right. So we've got 4 times the level of vitamin D in there. We've got quarter of the daily requirement for calcium in there, plus a whole range of other key nutrients, which I know that older people definitely need to stay
Well, I tell you
healthy.
what, it's a very bespoke range. It's very targeted. It is from Prime 50 Healthy Joints. You make a good saving compared to buying directly, of course, from Prime 50. And remember, you've got a 2-month supply, though, if you take 2 a day. If you wanted to eke out to a 4-month supply, you could do by taking 1 a day. But, of course, ideally, we would say take 2 a day, and that would be Dr. Max's advice. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Max. Good to see you as always. And, of course, make sure you order your Prime 50 at qvcuk.com.